Gorelik, Monya from Israel.
So, dear friends, the subject of our lecture is the secret treasure of Fuxi, the practice of harmony.
You're going to have to, there's no way that's going to work. You just have to click the button, just click each page. Yep. But you have to push it until it makes a sound.
Space button.
Click the arrow.
Or the arrow will work maybe.
Red arrow.
Space button.
No.
Watch.
Wait,
Did it work?
Space bar.
Yeah, but I need this one.
Spacebar will work. Yeah, I doubt it. This thing is not talking to this. No, forget it. It's going to just waste time. We don't know how. We don't have the software for that.
Yeah, okay.
They're saying you can push that button. But
During the evolution, every living creature tried to perfect the most valuable ability. This is ability to move. In order to perfect this ability, living creatures perfected their bodies, the internal organs, the nerve system, especially their brains. So, without harmony in motion, it is impossible to achieve the harmony in our souls and in our minds. It seems that ancient Taoists, and especially Fuxi, understood it, dealt with this, and they left very detailed instructions how to achieve this harmony through movement. So we go now up to the next. This is the content. We will speak about, in this lecture, about two things. How Taoist principles and symbols were decoded into natural motion, how I did it, and how Fuxi probably encoded natural motion into Taoist principles and symbols. So there are two parts. Scott, how I go there? Up. A few words about myself. My name is Monya Gorelik. I studied physics and mathematics, and I hold the Master of Science in Mathematics. About 40 years I practiced and was teaching yoga and martial arts, not in the same years. I was a General Secretary of the Wushu Federation of Israel during 12 years approximately, and I practiced mostly full contact Kung Fu and also Tai Chi Chuan. My main interest is the research in the field of the natural motion and the practical training methods of natural motion. So, from the beginning, I have to say that I try to understand very Tai Chi Chuan. It's written everywhere that we have to move according to Tai Chi 2. Where is Tai Chi 2? I believe I have to see it, but I couldn't see it. I couldn't find it. So I tried it and tried. I'm also a professional painter, so I tried to understand it through the paper, through the pencil. And I tried, but it was actually without any result. You see here are the examples of all this. Okay? From the beginning, I understood that I have mostly to concentrate not on some particular skills or particular arts, that everything is different, but in some intrinsic qualities of the humans. And this is a natural motion. This is a definition that I gave a few years later to the natural motion. First, I did it intuitive. So natural motion is a motion which is the closest to inborn motion applied under existing conditions in order to solve motor problems. The pure natural motion is the same without cultural influences. It is possible. It's not only a theoretical thing. And tomorrow, during our workshop, we will do it. So, natural motion features. You see it, I don't speak all of them, I will not speak about all of them, but this is the maximum usage of inborn reflexes, maximum dynamic relaxation, inertial and reaction forces, efficiency, and fractality will speak. What is it? And of course, it's great beauty, because great beauty is very important. if we will use the ancient Chinese Taoist language, you will see that actually they spoke about the same. If we will speak about the motion of living creatures. So, Zilan, it is spontaneous reflexive motion. Pu, relaxed formlessness, or lack of acquired motion. Wu Wei, inertial or reactive motion, relaxed motion. It's something like that, like towel, okay, wet towel or wet piece of fabric. Hun Dun, the chaos or fractality of the motion of the human body. Yeah. So I tried until I really had a dream. It was in 1992. I don't remember exactly when it happened. I was sleeping. So I saw the ball striking the corner, right upper corner of the gate, football gate, and the gate started to move. I immediately understood that this is a pelvis and our two legs. So what happened then? It took more time, and finally I came to the general form of the natural motion. You see, here you can see 4 different parts. Here it's acceleration, deceleration, acceleration, deceleration. It goes this way. Acceleration, deceleration, again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, it right for the it's right for left and I believe I mistaken. No, it's okay. So every part of our body moves the same way. Here this is a taiji2, here a taiji2, here it is a fractal. According to mathematical definition fractal, you see the definition, it's a construction made of similar constructions like a branches and tree and so on, like waves and so on. So here are different pictures, Chinese pictures, all Chinese pictures, Chinese and Japanese. This one is my own picture, olive tree, Indian shrine, and this is probably our future in evolution. Who knows? Okay, but this is a model of the fractality of the human body. You see, this is like I call it empty, the empty divided to empty, empty to empty. And this divided again and again and again. This is a fractal model. And the chain with a minimum number of links, 2, can move, because the moving, the motions is here in the joints, in this area. So it is like Tao that creates 1, 1 creates 2, 2 creates 3. Now it creates everything. This not only for motion, it's also for treatment, by the way. So I use this very cumbersome models. Here is Taiji2. Here is Taiji2, the combinations, the synchronization. It didn't work. It was very, very hard to do it. Mostly I do it intuitively. But during the 2007, I was in front of my students in Theoretical College Dhaka, and I spoke, and during the speaking I understood that actually what I do, it is Bagua. We have 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. Everywhere it's 3 parts. Every part, because we have a muscle, so it's not the same speed, has acceleration, this is a whole line, a deceleration, this is a broken line. So it's something like that. Okay? When you understand it, when I understood it, when I came home, in this time I did not remember the order of Gua. I did not remember how to read, in which order to read Gua. I just encoded my own movement. What I tell you now is my personal story, actually, how it was discovered. And this was exactly that I received. First I didn't understand it because I tried to read Bagua this way. It didn't work, of course, from some reason. And after 2 hours, less or more, I realized that actually I don't know the order how to read. When I found the order how to read it, it was the same. The only difference is that we have to read Gua up-down order, not to the from the center. So, when you see it, you see Bagua. Actually, after the lecture, I will tell you the story, because this is a story inside. And this story has a sound. The sound of the punch, the sound of the kick. It really has a very loud sound, like that. Okay? It's coded here. But if we apply to the human body, we will see that the body must be with the head pointing down, like the fetus in the womb of the mother before the birth, probably. This is the reason for prenatal Bagua name. Even if we consider the motion of our skin, the ends, edges of our ribs, and so on, we see this is the same. This, you compose each another, and you will have here the Taiji 2. Also, Fuxi Bagua, because they're the same. So what we have now, we have the trajectory, we have the kinematic model. It means how it accelerates and decelerates along the trajectories. The main question now that remains is, okay, we can use our inertial forces, but how it's possible effortlessly, according to the principles of Wu Wei, to change, to stop the motions? The answer is in the golden proportions of the golden ratio of the proportions of the human body. You see here different pictures. Leonardo da Vinci, Corbusier, it's in nature. Here I try to move the pictures here. It's a Parthenon, ancient. Here you see Notre Dame de Paris. We are in Paris. So what's happened? Actually, the motion here closes on itself, something like that, because of the some reason. Okay, I will describe it later. It's not in the lecture. It is impossible to close very fast our elbow other places, so it will be like that. So this is the motion. It's like a whip. Actually, all your body will be like a whip, less or more. I speak about the quantity of the motion, not the quality of the motion now. And here it's about the body. It's a little bit more complicated than limbs, but still works. So it works like that, this way. You can see it during the boxing, for example, boxing matches. Boxers do it. So, Wu Wei, Pu, and cyclicality actually based on the proportions of the golden ratio. So the beauty and Taoist principles have very close relations. So golden ratio proportions are absolutely necessary for that. I have to say about Wenwan Bagua. If Fuxi Bagua actually is a code of the natural motion, Wenwan Bagua is the evidence that somebody tried to conceal it to keep the knowledge in secret. Because here, this is encoded, Wenwan Bagua is encoded Fuxi Bagua. This is a very simple mathematical algorithm, how to encode it. So it was concealed. I will describe it later. So, another Bagua is Mawandui Bagua. Probably the oldest one. Mawandui Bagua is actually the Star of David. It's not surprising, after the lecture I will describe why Fuxi Bagua and the culture of this Yangshao culture has a relation to David, Star of David. It's very close relation. The same alphabet, the same pottery, the same tools, everything is the same like we had some 10,000 years ago. It's related to this is the second part of our lecture. What happened? Everybody knows? Nobody knows?
The turtle came out of the river.
Yeah, but probably he was there, so that somebody. So, I believe 2 minutes. We started
No,
a
no,
little bit later.
I decode.
And I believe he was really the historical person, and also I had no equipment, by the way. It stops me. So, the story goes like that. Fuxi observed the birds in the sky, animals on the earth, how they run, how they fly, himself, and started to create Bagua. What was a common? The body structure and the structure of the motion. So, Fuxi researched natural motion and encoded into the Taoist principles and symbols. I did the opposite. I researched Taoist principles and symbols and encoded it and created the practical training method on the basis of the reconstructed instructions. So natural motion here have different things, different features, but the most important, nature is inherent quality rather than skill. It's not a skill. It's about how, not about what. You can apply it for the different skills, for the different arts. Now the summary, fin de la comédie. This is a secret treasure of Fuxi and his huge gift to mankind. This is a conclusion of all the things, and now we really go to conclusion. Look, the keys for these codes of the secret treasure of Fuxi were lost for thousands of years. I believe now I discovered it for the benefit of the old. Actually, it opens completely new way of life, and the training as a life. This is actually new thing. And probably the most important part of all of this, this is a practical part of training. So, just for last few words, Fuxi left us his immortal legacy of practicing of harmony. So let's follow it. Thank you very much.
Trust yourself. Think for yourself. Be yourself.